Hello, everyone, and welcome to Battle of the Beast Transformation Takedown, episode number 7. I'm Adam, and today we got two more beasts fighting out for a spot in round 2. One of these beasts has participated in 2 previous tournaments before, and I believe in both tournaments he died in round 1. Definitely in the old generation tournament. In the old generation tournament, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure he did, because I don't remember much from this beast. As for the other one, this beast has taken part in 1 tournament, which was the insects only one, and arachnids, and died in round 1 in one of my favourite battles in my favourite battle of round 1. So yeah, both of these beasts do not have a great reputation so far with Battle of the Beasts, but one of them is about to make it to round 2 for the first time in their Battle of the Beast career. Who would that be? Well, let's introduce these beasts first. Representing Series 10, Master of the Beasts, trying to join his allies of Noctilla and Shamani into the next round, we have Doomskull, the King of Fear, as well as the Golden Knight with the Golden Daggers. Well, the Golden Knight with the daggers. Versus his opponent, a representative of Series 30, one that's already battled, the only one. One who transformed into a scorpion. One who got violently killed by Tyrantix. And wanting to redeem himself, we have Makoro, the Blinding Stinger. So now, Doomskull vs. Makoro. We know the battle, we know the matchup. Now, let's get to the stats. Then we can get into the battle. Doomskull, the King of Fear. Doomskull's most unnerving features are his eye sockets, which are completely empty. The beast invades the nightmares of all who are unfortunate enough to gaze upon him. He looks like a lion made of stone, but up close his victims can see his rippling muscles and saber-toothed fangs. Age 339, power 222, magic level 141, fright factor 83, size 150. Powers and abilities: Fire Main. Doomskull's main is made of fire. Natural weaponry: Doomskull has sharp claws and fangs. Nightmare manipulation: Doomskull is stated to invade the nightmares of any who look at him. However, we are yet to see him use this ability. It is equally likely Doomskull has no such power, and the horror he induces in those who meet him simply commonly leads to nightmares. Weaknesses is a pierceable body. Doomskull's body can be pierced by his own fangs. Okay, moving on. Makoro, the Blinding Stinger. This beast does not have a bio of his own, all we have is just a few abilities. They are enhanced durability, natural weaponry, and blinding, foul-smelling adhesive. That's it. That's pretty much it. So yeah, cut back to me. Okay, so the stats are done for Doomskull and Makoro, and the battlefield is going to be in a rocky terrain arena. No particular reason, I just think it'll probably be the best one for this one. And with that, let's get into the fight. As both beasts exit from their chambers, Makoro comes out ready to attack anything that comes out of the other chamber. Everything at the ready, makes his way to the center of the arena and stares at the other open chamber. Let's adjust that camera a bit. As he sets his eyes on the other side, he sees a glint of gold as the Golden Knight steps out into the light, with his arms behind his back, hiding his daggers. Makoro seems to scoff, thinking, is this it? Just a knight? Oh, this is going to be an easy one. Makoro charges up towards this knight and leans forward and squirts out the adhesive from his tail, which straight into the knight's face. It blinds the knight, and the knight growls in pain with his, not pain, but growls in aggression as his arms are still behind his back, but doesn't do anything. He then changes into Doomskull, where the adhesive seemingly burns right off with his fiery mane. Doomskull then charges up towards Makoro. Makoro, caught off guard by this, using his pincers to pinch onto Doomskull's wrists, but the whole weight of Doomskull's body just forces Makoro back as he uses his tail as a support to stand his ground and push Doomskull back. Doomskull rears back and charges back up towards Makoro, standing up on his rear legs and brings his front legs down, slashing at Makoro, knocking him back. Makoro looks at his armor, sees the deep scratches in his armor, and realizes that this beast is dangerous. Doomskull charges up towards Makoro as Makoro just barely gets up. Makoro goes to stab at him with his tail. Doomskull dodges it and slashes at it. Makoro reels his tail back and squirts the adhesive into Doomskull's eyes, but it just covered Doomskull's eyes and seemingly does nothing as the adhesive doesn't really cover his eyes. Almost like confused by this, Makoro looks more carefully at Doomskull's eyes and sees that the eye sockets are empty. Makoro, shocked by this, goes to attack Doomskull with his tail. Doomskull rears back and avoids the tail and bites down onto the tail, pulling it towards him, pulling Makoro to his feet as Doomskull bites harder down onto it, biting the tail clean off. Makoro screeches in pain at this as he just barely gets back up. Doomskull's already on his rear legs and forces Makoro back down to the ground, pinning his pincers down. Doomskull then bites into each of Makoro's wrists, going right through the armor. Just going right through the armor, breaking the wrist seemingly effortlessly. Makoro, screeching in pain about this, just looks up at the looming threat that is Doomskull. He then takes his paws off of Makoro's pincers as Makoro struggles to get up, lifting up his pincers, his arms, and the pincers just drooping down to his side. He backs away in fear at this beast as Doomskull then reverts back to the Golden Knight and then chuckles to himself, saying, "Ha! You underestimated me. You saw my strongest form, but I'm not going to kill you in my strongest form." As he takes his arms out from behind his back, he holds the daggers in both hands and says, "I'm going to kill you with these." He then charges up to Makoro. Using his leg, he pushes Makoro back against the wall of the arena. Using one dagger, using all the force he has, he slams it right into Makoro's chest right here. Makoro roars in pain, and as he was looking up to the sky was roaring, Doomskull, using some good hand action, uses a knife and plunges it right up Makoro's chin. Makoro is shocked by this, but before he can even think, Doomskull then brings Makoro's head down, shoving the dagger deeper up into his head. And then using his gauntlets, his hands, the knight then crushes Makoro's head before then grabbing it on one side and smashing it into the wall of the arena. As Makoro slumps down, dazed, bleeding out from his injuries and slightly concussed from being slammed into the wall of the arena, the knight grabs the largest rock he can find and brings it down directly onto Makoro's head, smashing it almost entirely. The knight retrieves his daggers and just to add insult to injury, he stabs them both into Makoro's head, going right into his brain, in which the knight retrieves his daggers, folds his arms behind his back, and makes his way back to his chamber without another word. So that Doomskull has won, Makoro is lost again. So, yeah, if you think Makoro should have won, please comment below please leave in the comments below why you think that. How are my words final, and Doomskull's moving on to the next round. Now, in my opinion, I do not see a way in which Doomskull would lose this fight, because Makoro is a nicely designed beast, I will be honest, but his adhesive doesn't really help much. Like, yeah, you can blind your opponents, but if they have a way to get rid of it, then what else do you have? Okay, well, you have sharp pincers. All right. Doomskull's fast and durable, just like Makoro is. Yeah. I don't see a way in which Doomskull could lose. I don't see a way in which Makoro can win. And I do like Makoro more than Doomskull. However, I'm being serious here. This is the first time I'm actually defending Doomskull. It's Doomskull. There's no way Makoro is going to beat him. And if you guys can think of a way Makoro could have beaten Doomskull, I'd love to hear it. But the way that I narrated this fight means that Doomskull is moving on to round 2. We are now approaching the halfway point of round 1, where we'll be going into battle number 8 with 2 more beasts fighting out for a spot in round 2. This is where the battles are starting to get interesting. But until then, I've been Adam, and this has been Battle of the Beasts. Transformation, Takedown. Until then, I'll see you next time.